Welcome back to Watanagashi. So, right now, from what I know, is supposed to be some taste testing for that brand new dessert from what I know. So, let's continue reading. The mood inside the room was incredibly heated. The booths were packed to the brim. I could tell. Men in their prime were stuffing their faces with dainty desserts that didn't suit them at all. It was a rather unnerving spectacle. Soon after I was shown to my seat, Shion arrived. Ooh. Good afternoon. Welcome to Angel Mort. Hey Shion, thanks so much for today. I really appreciate it. You were a bit late, so I was getting worried. I'm really happy you came though. It may have been because other customers were around that her tone was less casual, but she still capped off that welcome with her usual brilliant smile. As you can see, there's a lot of customers here today. I'm not sure I'll be able to take a break. Please take your time and relax until I'm finished. When I'm done, let's go play somewhere, okay? Huh. Whispering just that last part into my ear, Shion winked and returned to the kitchen. Maybe it was because the mood in the restaurant was so heated, but Shion seemed a bit older. Even a small change in her mannerisms was enough to set my heart to flutter. Let's see what I got here. Sorry to keep you waiting. While I was overwhelmed by the atmosphere inside the restaurant, orders from the new summer menu were carried out, one after another. Every single one was extravagantly huge. I get it, you can eat all of these amazing things for free. No wonder a ticket was worth its weight in gold. Oh boy. I'd be so damn happy on this one. Man, it's making me hungry. On top of that, all of it was plenty delicious. From dishes with a general appeal to insane ones aimed at a specific audience, there were absolutely no gaps in their repertoire. No matter how you look at it, I don't think one person can eat this much. Well, let's just leave it at that for now. It didn't feel relaxing in here at all, probably because the fervor inside the restaurant was clearly abnormal. All the other booth seats were crammed with groups of 4. Sleazy men were gorging like pigs on cutely decorated desserts, and it wouldn't have been a surprise if they started licking the plates. It was more than a little unsettling. Oh my gosh. And I thought I was worse back when I was little. It piqued my interest, so I started listening in on their conversation, and what things I heard. Pan to pan. Angel Mort. So moe. Me? I bought my ticket for $70,000 on reenacted auctions. I told work that I's attending a relative's funeral. The uniforms here are the greatest. I can't even pronounce that. I'm sorry. I wonder if the waitress would wipe it for me if I spilled some water on my pants right now. Meow. Meow, meow. I heard they're planning on selling Angel Mort figures. We'll have to pay heed at the next Wonder Festival. They sell used Angel Mort uniforms on the 4th floor of reenacted in Akiba, but these cost $280,000. 'Tis an absurd price. Animal cost $80,000. When Roebuck closed down, the going rate for theirs was $12,000. That's the price for used ones. Knockoffs are less than half of that. A knockoff from reenacted is fine with me. I wonder if they'll start selling them. Then I'll put it on mine half life-size figure I did buy off of reenacted for several $100,000. If I can wake up every day to an angel from Angel, that'll really get my gears going. The words spilling out of their mouths were pretty much all incomprehensible jargon, but they still keenly conveyed that hidden behind them was an invisible aura of abnormality. Sorry to keep you waiting. The next dessert is Tropical Cinnamon Love Affair. Is something the matter? Ah, no. It's kind of different inside the restaurant today. Our restaurant is pretty famous in their circles. Well, we were aiming for that, so it's all well and good. But during festas, there's something of the more hardcore crowd, so it can be a handful. The waitress informed me quietly with a wry smile. The customers seem rather riled up, almost like a pack of hyenas. Seems a lot of the customers today came from unreasonably far away. Those types of people are fairly prone to losing their self-control, so it's a little scary. If you don't keep your guard up, something bad can happen. What did she mean by keep your guard up? At that moment, a large crash resounded through the room. I turned around, startled to see that a waitress had fallen down and spilled the order she was carrying right onto a customer. Wait, isn't that Shion? I'm so sorry. Your food is, Oh, what have you done? The jeans that I bought at a certain specialty shop for a whole 1,800 yen are all sticky with frosting. Pants. What the hell is that? For somebody who just met with disaster, he seems awfully happy. How tragic. It seems that little Miss Waitress here will have to wipey it up from the bottom of her heart. The conversation suddenly veered off in an odd direction. Hey, what did he say? Wipey. Did he want Shion to wipe him down? The hell? Right over that obviously apparent tent he had pitched over his crotch? Oh god. But that is... Wipey. The wipey chant quickly spread throughout the room. Totally cornered, Shion went pale. She looked over to a more experienced waitress for help, but was only met with the heads shaking out of pity. Sonozaki-san was tripped. Customers who do that to purposely get their clothes dirty have been on the rise lately. Ah, so you're saying she was tripped? Then what happened just now? Wasn't it an accident? It was on purpose? The regular girls are careful about it, so they definitely won't end up like that, but Sonozaki-san is only a seasonal hire, so she had her guard down. The customers today could easily pick up on that, so she's been targeted since this morning. What's the manager doing? He should just kick those thugs out. We're in the service industry, so there's not much we can do about it. She laughed as she said that in a resigned tone. Shion trembled uncontrollably with a dishcloth in her hands as she turned bright red. The man who had been doused in frosting splayed out on the bench, putting the cream-covered tent over his crotch on full display. Still mentally unprepared, her trembling hand inched forward, goaded on by onlookers. Come. Is it the time for the wipey? Oh my god, this is literally making me... From my male point of view, it might have been a ridiculous spectacle I could just smile wryly at, but from a woman's point of view, this was obviously pure humiliation. When I was trapped by those thugs and had been paralyzed by fear, Shion fearlessly stood up to them and saved me. Still, as humiliating as it was, Shion was also partly to blame for this, and it wasn't as though her life was at stake, right? Even these guys, they were just going to jeer at her in a bit of a lewd situation. It's not like they were going to eat Shion alive or anything. It'll be alright if I just consult her afterwards. Even I was scared, but Kei-chan was in trouble, so I had to be brave and do my best. When I, a man, was being assailed by 3 thugs while paralyzed with fear, Shion saved me without a second thought. What about now? These sleazy, filthy degenerates were trying to pin the blame on Shion. This time, our roles were reversed. Hey, Keiji Mabara, if you don't save her now, when will you be able to repay the debt you owe her? I would agree with that. You scared, Keiji Mabara? At that time, Mion, didn't even show a hint of hesitation. Then what about now? I'm not hesitating. Then what? If you're not hesitating, then why aren't you helping her? Then help her then. Now, resign yourself to your fate. Wahaha. Wahaha. Shut up, you greasy fat ass. Get out of here before I get angry. I grasped Chion's shoulder firmly and pulled her behind me. K-chan! It seems you don't understand. Yonder waitress was the one who wet my pants. This is her punishment. The one who needs punishing is you. Enough with the empty words. If you're a man, talk with your fists. Thud, smash. My life was lifted into the air like nothing. I was thrown right back into my own seat. This guy is strong. No matter how you look at it, athletic and this Lardo aren't even the same area code. Many otaku are unexpectedly well versed in some obscure martial art. Don't be misunderestimating us. Don't be misunderestimating us. The man smirked, showing off his gum line. K-chan, are you okay? Damn it, how lame must I look right now? You were tripped, weren't you, Shion? They're the ones in the wrong here, so don't let them take advantage of you. That may be, but it was still my fault. Whoa! One more time. Let's do it. Snap, thud, crash. Don't you go thinking that this is enough to make me give up. One more time. Whack, snap, thunk. Ho ho ho. You're all talk. I'm not done yet. Rise, my will to fight. I can't even do this. Oh. Not just running, I planted every one of my steps firmly as I closed the distance to the lard ball. Each time I ripped my foot off the floor, I could feel my burning spirit flare up from the point of impact. Everything slowed down like I was walking underwater. As I stepped forward in that vicious flow of time, I calmly measured the gap between us. With our difference in height, reach was my ultimate advantage. There was an ever so tiny distance between us where only my punch would be able to reach. I unleashed my iron fist of righteous anger, but it flew towards his face slowly, like I was punching underwater. Reacting to that with a smirk on his face, the fatso easily slipped inside of my punch. I hadn't realized that until now, but in this mired time, I was able to observe his baffling counterattack with almost painful clarity. His arm slowly swung around in a large windmill motion, wrapped around my whipped punch, and descended in an arc. That arm swung around like the arms of a clock, and came into contact with my head, twisting my upper body around. Dragging my head along, he followed through with another rotation. This time he rotated his entire body like a top, followed by another rotation. Combining defense and offense, it was a brilliant counter. That's right, 3 times. I was thrown after 3 rotations, I think. In this vicious region of time, I was unable to struggle, and I could only wait dumbstruck until the moment I was thrown. The moment I was, that sluggish temporal anomaly abruptly ended. Oh man, it's way intense on that one. Is it still shaking? Okay. Crash! You lack training, young man. I was loath to admit it, but against somebody trained in martial arts, I couldn't win through force of will alone. After my consciousness faded in a wave of dizziness, when I came to, I was lying down in my own seat. Thankfully you weren't injured. The more experienced waitress from before wiped the sweat from my brow with a towel. While she was doing that, a red-faced and teary-eyed Shion trudged over. Are you okay? Doing that all for my sake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. I wasn't much of help. I've never won a fight before. No, you just trying to help made me happy. I'm not joking. It's just that I was thinking that it was lucky Ch.2 came here today. As she said that, she stuck her tongue out teasingly. She wiped off the whipped cream with the washcloth she was holding in her hands. Sonozaki-san, you can take your break now. You still have 1 or 2 hours left, don't you? Ah, no, it's fine. Even though it's just part-time, it's still a paying job. I want to work properly while I'm on the clock. So really, you don't have to worry about me. She couldn't even put up a brave front. I would never even think for a second that Mion could be that weak. This was Shion, and she had been harassed by some unreasonable riffraff of an asshole, of course. That was reality. Kei-chan, don't mind me. Please eat as much dessert as you can. When you're done, we'll have you fill out a survey. Well then, I've got to get back to the floor. Aw. After some consoling words and a sympathetic smile to Shion, the other waitress started to head back to work. That's where I stopped her. Excuse me, could I borrow your phone? Phone? It's by the register. I'll show you where. I pulled a 10 yen coin from my wallet. This wasn't about saving face. My being a worthless coward was an unchangeable fact, but I could just cry myself to sleep about that later tonight. Now was not the time for tears. I had to fight. If I recall, 1 ticket is good for up to 4 people, right? Is it alright if I call over 3 more people? Yes, that's fine. For the time being, I'll write them down on the guest list. Could I have their names? I turned around and glared at the greasy hooligan who subjected Shion to that humiliation. There are 3 things that aren't working in your favor today, punk. The first is that I owe Shion. The second is that I'm a man who's not afraid to throw away his pride to win. And the third is that we're the most powerful club members in history. Please add Reina, Ryugu, Satoko, Hojo, and Rika Faru to the guest list. Understood, I'll do that. I'll have the best and most powerful club members join the fray. They can bring down 1,000 foes. You fat asses. Prepare to meet your maker, you damn bastards. Oh shit. This is a nice restaurant. Oh, the uniforms are cute. I would imagine Reina wearing one. Reina wants to wear them too. See? I knew it from the start. Oh. What the heck? Man, my mind. On top of that, we're being treated to dessert. I'm deeply moved. Yeah, eat as much as you like. Don't worry about my share. Keiichi-san, enough with the charades. Let's get to the point. Reina and Rika-chan put down their forks when Satoko broached the subject. After looking at them for a few moments, I pressed my forehead firmly into the table. I beg of you, I don't care if you make fun of how pathetic I am. Please lend me your strength. The 3 of them seemed surprised by the sudden turn of events, but nevertheless listened to what I had to say without making fun of my unusual behavior. What's the matter? Something happened, didn't it? Yup. Actually, Mion's younger sister Shion is working part-time at this restaurant. Ah, that little sister you were talking about, right? Could it be her? Could it? She resembles her. But resemble? That's just Mion with her hair down, isn't it? I didn't know what to say. You don't even know the difference, really. If Keiichi says that's Shion, then that's Shion. They might be twins, but can they really look that much alike? They're called monozygotic twins. They really can look identical. Reina gave the most plausible explanation, so everybody else was convinced. Well then, do you believe me? I'll get to the point then. I recounted everything that had just happened. How Shion was targeted and how she was antagonized by the customers and the humiliation that was forced upon her. Also, how incredibly pathetic I was. I included everything without trying to hide it, of course. That's awful. Poor Shi-chan. However, for you to be unable to help her, there should be a limit to how unsightly you can be. There's nothing I can say to that. Satoko-chan, to admit that you lost and to seek help is a very difficult thing to do. Keiichi-kun chose to help Shi-chan rather than save his pride. So pathetic. Reina's follow-up stung a bit, but I could only be thankful that she understood. Satoko was calling me all sorts of names, but there were no malign intentions behind her words. Then what should we do? Her voice was monotone, but there was a hint of resolve in her words. I replied to Rika-chan's suggestive silence in my own quiet resolve. Well, I thought it would be something like that. It is a bit much for Keiichi-san to handle alone. Huh? Then you'll help. Of course, Keiichi-kun. We'll help anybody who's being bullied. I remembered when I was cornered by those thugs. What Shion had said about the strong feeling of solidarity in Hinamizawa really began to hit home. Excuse me for a sec while I drink my water. They say staying hydrated prevents stress. I guess. Began to hit home. However, Keiji Maibara, now is not the time to get choked up with tears of gratitude. Now is the time to fight. Sorry, I owe you one. You tried your best but didn't stand a chance alone. How sad, how sad. Well, I guess. Rika-chan gently pat my head for me. Cool. But there was no mindless pity in the palm of that hand. It was overflowing with a strong, dependable feeling of leave the rest to us. Mion can't join us due to various circumstances, so I'll temporarily be taking command. Our strategy will revolve around Shion's defense and the extermination of the enemy's combat capability. Who's the enemy? Are there a lot of them? Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but from this point forward, anybody who messes with Shion shall be considered an enemy combatant. There are no rules of engagement. Compensation will be the dessert you just ate. Any questions? Everybody had already entered club mode, their eyes peering at the riffraff clamoring around inside the restaurant like predators stalking their prey from the darkness. Oh man, I can't even take this. My voice is pretty much motivated. Rika-chan held up her hand. What is it, Rika-chan? Do we have to show mercy? Of course we don't have to. We have no need to show mercy to the rabble that would dare lay a finger on Mion's little sister. Then it's okay, Keiichi? Rika-chan was serious. She was really ready to pretty much murder someone. Oh shit. I'm counting on you, Rika-chan. I, Keiji Maibara, shall assume all responsibility. Rout them. Oh god. Alrighty. Reina's going to do her best too. Sorry. Please do. Keiji-san, you don't have to be so tense. Well, just wait and see. By the time you finish that parfait, we'll have finished cleaning up too. Well then, everyone, let's give it our all. Go for it. Yay! Yay! Thus, the most powerful warband the world had ever known, trained by Mion, began to move. I was the oldest, the only boy, and behaved like a leader. But when you consider our club activities, I was by far the most junior member. Individually, everyone besides me had terrifying combat capabilities. Yup. And all of them combined their strengths to protect Shion. I couldn't even imagine. I was probably about to witness something terrible and awe-inspiring. Sonozaki-san, 5 deluxe parfaits for table 7. Sure thing. Shion carried the order to the tables. For Shion to carry all 5 parfaits without wobbling took so much effort that she didn't have the breathing room to pay attention to her feet. Comrades, here she comes yet again. This time we'll have her spill everything on my pants and have her wipey down right down to my underwear. It was the same wipey scheme that had occurred just a short time earlier. This time, another one of them was trying it out for himself. The very depravity of these men was itself a full-out attack. Reina, this is Keiichi. Ambush them around tables 5 and 6. Reina, do you copy? The restaurant's uniforms, so cute! Oh, I want to take them home. Shion, her bottom swaying while carrying the parfaits, was being chased by an equally swaying Reina. She was supposed to be escorting Shion, but Reina was instead transfixed by the back of her uniform. From a normal person's point of view, it was probably like having a fox guard a henhouse, but when it comes to Reina, things are different. Cute mode, 120% synchronization. We've won. When Reina's in that state, even the laws of physics don't apply. Shion's legs, unsteady and defenseless, were being targeted by those sleazebags. Now, my comrades. Hail, mein Führer, shining Lucifer of the Harumi Mecha. A leg snaked out to trip Shion's defenseless feet. Egads, 3 of them at once. Thap, thap, thap. Gah. It happened in an instant. The 3 fools writhed in pain as their legs bent at unnatural angles. What is this madness? Reina teetered into view and gave them a warning. Oh, no mischief, okay? No means no. No. Reina's going to be the one to take her home. This girl, what's with that strange technique? The human scum clutched at their bruised ankles as they passed out. That's our Reina-san. No matter how many times I see it, it's always frighteningly quick. Yeah, it's an unbreakable barrier. Anyone within a 2-meter radius who attacks Shion is completely obliterated by Reina. As Shion was making her rounds through the restaurant, there were people here and there collapsing with welts on their legs or hands. Oh, Keiichi-kun, this is Reina. There's nobody left that'll bother Shi-chan, so I'm going to take her home now. Reina, this is Keiichi. Good work. Please continue the mission. Also, permission to take home denied. I repeat, permission to take home denied. Then I'll just look. Oh. I guess just looking is fine. That wouldn't prevent her from guarding Shion, so I guess it's okay. Anyway, thanks to this, I knew who had tried to mess with Shion. Anybody who was clutching at their arm or leg while they were writhing in agony was basically branded by their bruises. Currently, we have finished identifying all enemy forces, proceeding to the next phase. Satoko, this is Keiichi. What's your status? This is Satoko. That's a rude way to ask. Keiichi-san, exactly who do you think I am? Satoko was in the kitchen. She had spread open a sketch at the restaurant on the counter, replete with ordered chits and their destinations, and was now sorting through the freshly made desserts. Hey, what are you doing? Now, Sonozaki-san, it's alright, just leave it to her. More importantly, we're taking all these orders out at once, so I'm counting on you. The veteran waitress was briskly directing her juniors as the trays went out one after another. All the desserts that had passed through Satoko's hands were delivered at once. Oh, lots of cute desserts are coming. Oh, I think you know this, but don't touch them. At least, if you still value your life. I know, but... Oh... Certainly, they were all incredibly cute-looking desserts. They were all works of art that you could enjoy before even taking your first bite. However, since Satoko had meddled with them, they were nothing more than an unpredictable danger. Blissfully ignorant of the fact that were the men now stuffing their faces. This is... irk. Almost right away, they realized that something was wrong. Satoko, what did you mix in there? It couldn't have been salt or Tabasco, right? My, what are you saying, Keiichi-san? You said no mercy. I might not look like it, but when I get down to business, I like to be very thorough. Oh god. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. As she said that, she twirled the dubious vial in her fingers before putting it away smartly into her pouch. Rika, this is Satoko. The customers are moving. Escort duty is all yours. Leave it to me. Come to think of it, I didn't see Rika-chan anywhere. Where could she be lurking? Clatter, clatter. Several men stood up suddenly from their seats, surveying the restaurant for something. That restless fidgeting, and that look of relief when they found the single placard hanging from the ceiling. Written on that placard was the word, restroom. They began a mad rush in that direction. It wasn't just one or two people. All the people that were branded as the enemy were standing up from their seats while clutching at their stomachs. I think I was a little too greedy. Where's the washroom? Mewtwo. Not a number 1, but a number 2. I need to cash out. Meow. What? Where's the toilet? I found it. You're in for it now. I felt dirty just thinking about what Satoko probably did to their desserts. Oh shit. You've got to be kidding me. Yep, it was something spicy, alright. Yep. Good old mischievous Satoko. So frustrating. The problem was how to follow this up. I was intrigued, so I followed the rush of men to the washroom. The narrow hallway connecting to the restroom was crammed with about 10 men. What? What is this? As I peered over to see what was happening, whoa! It seemed that the toilet was clogged and backflowing, unleashing a loud gurgling sound and a terrible stench. There was no way to use it in this state. Damn that Satoko, what a frightening display of power. No, that wasn't Satoko's doing. It was divine punishment. Yeah, they were just unlucky. I'll just apologetically ask one of the employees here to clean it up. I can't do my business like this. What do we do, meow comrades? It was a brilliant combination of traps, but it would be better if there were one more push to the kicker. Seeing as it was Satoko, she wouldn't have overlooked that. Meow, that's coming to this. It's time for the last resort. Faced with a moral dilemma, that man only had one other option, woman's restroom. Isn't using the girls' room going to get us in trouble? I'm pretty sure there's no female customers today. Why didn't I think of that before? Pant. Women's toilets are the best. What a brazen bunch they are. The men, sweat now pouring from their brows, made a mad rush to the girls' room without any hesitation. I get a bad feeling about this. Me? What? There was a girl there. It was Rika-chan. The men stood there, frozen in various complicated poses indicating their surprise. Rika-chan also seemed dumbfounded by the sudden turn of events, but the look on her face was strangely perfect. This was all part of the plan as well. You sly dog, Rika-chan. I should never underestimate you. This is, you see, Mademoiselle. Me. The men's room is a bit dangerous at the moment, so we just want to borrow the toilet here, right? Meow. Meow. Me. But I guess it's not right after all. Right, my comrades? Just by having a girl stand here in the restroom, I never knew it could put up such an overwhelming barrier. There was no way anybody could be brave enough to lift Rika-chan out of the way to try and do their business. This was the most they could do after all. If it were a man of full club mode, for example, someone like me, they would plow through Rika-chan without a second thought. Now what are you going to do, you fat asses? The price for tormenting Shion still hasn't been paid. If you're in trouble, I can help you. That would be much appreciated. How would you do that? You can use one of the toilets outside. I'll show you to them. That would be perfect. Please. At this rate, it'll end up becoming more enema puree. Rika-chan, with a pleasant smile on her face, guided them with a casual stride in her step. In this race against time, her slow pace was sadistic torture. Mademoiselle, is this toilet far from here? We'll get there soon. Obeying Rika-chan's directions, they were about to leave the restaurant. Heiichi-kun, finish it. Give him hell. Yeah, leave it to me. I spread my arms out and blocked them as they tried to leave the restaurant. What is the meaning of this? We're at DEFCON 1 here. Listen up, you Tubbs the Lard. You know what happens if you even set one foot outside the door, right? What is the meaning of this preposterous statement? Look, it's written right here on the ticket. Not valid for re-entry, see? You're free to use any toilet you want, but the moment you step outside that door, you can't come back. Oh, boom. You remember this. I don't want to guide anybody who says scary things like that. Everybody panicked as Rika-chan began to turn back. They could only figuratively and literally fall in line. All the waitresses also lined up to see them off. Thank you very much for coming. We shall return. Clang, clang. The bell rang playfully as the door shut behind them. How pathetic. Too easy. We did it. Yay. Reina and Satoko clapped their hands together. Phew. I couldn't hold a candle to those guys by myself, but when we get the group together, we sent them packing like a herd of cattle. With opponents this week, any of us could take them on by ourselves. Hey, Heiichi-san, you need to up your game. I was loath to admit it, but Satoko was right. Damn it. One day I'll be strong enough to be worthy to stand alongside them. But I'm really glad we were able to protect Mi-chan's little sister. Now there's none of those bad people pulling pranks left. Yeah, those fat bastards. You're blessed to have such wonderful friends, Sonozaki-san. The veteran waitress was also smiling. After the herd was sent packing, it had calmed down completely inside the restaurant. Shion was flustered as she glanced between us and the now empty seats. You did that for me? I mean... Shion's expression was somewhere between happy and guilt-ridden. Her face had turned slightly red as she ran into the kitchen. Whoa, Shi-chan is cute. They really are twins. Oh. Given Shion's personality, there's no way she'd thank us directly. We might have been a bit excessive in our means, but I'm really glad we were able to save her. I think you know this already, but Sonozaki-san is very grateful. As a representative of the floor staff here, I also extend my gratitude. Clap, 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 clap. The applause quickly spread throughout the entire restaurant. Not only the other waitresses, but also the customers that were genuinely there to enjoy the desserts. Everyone was lauding our efforts. Alright. Amazing. Alright. Anyway, what an intense moment right there. So I'm just gonna pause it here for now. So next part, we're gonna see how this will go after our dessert time. So like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys later. Have a good one.